The Supreme Court has rejected a notice of appointment of advocates lodged by Issa Mansur and Company Advocates, dated 26 August 2022, purporting to act for the Independent Electoral Commission, IEBC. Mansur had been appointed by the 4 dissenting commissioners led by IEBC Vice Chairperson Juliana Cherera. The Supreme Court stated that the issue of who represents IEBC was an internal matter, but allowed the 4 commissioners to retain Senior Counsel Paul Muite and Advocate Mansur at an individual level if they so wished. Safin Acheng now reports.
The Supreme Court pre-trial conference turned into a platform of a showdown between 2 factions of the divided IEBC, with lawyers representing rival commissioners clashing over the right to represent the IEBC as an institution.
My name is Githu Muigai, Senior Counsel. I appear for Mr. Wafula Chebukati, Chairman of IEBC. Mr. Eric Gumbo and Mr. Kamau Karori appear for IEBC.
The submission by Senior Counsel Professor Githu Muigai that he represented IEBC was challenged by Senior Counsel James Orengo, who informed the court of yet another legal team for the commission led by Senior Counsel Paul Muite, who he said was denied access to the plenary.
I've just been alerted by a Senior Counsel who is locked out, who should be in these proceedings. Senior Counsel Paul Muite and Counsel Ali Mansur for the IEBC. I think it's a matter which is live before the court to make a determination whether they could be had. But they have filed papers and they ought to be left at least allowed in.
The commissioners to IEBC have not been disallowed. They were, as respondents, they are entitled to be present with their lawyers.
That clarification from the Chief Justice, however, did not cool down matters, as the existence of the 2 factions of the IEBC played out in the courtroom.
My lady, probably I'm not understood, I've not been understood by the court. There are 2 factions of the IEBC, so to speak.
Both factions are allowed
Much obliged.
Participate in the proceedings with their lawyers.
Legal teams representing the rival factions of the commission clashed, each claiming to have the right to represent IEBC.
As far as I am concerned with Issa, as I indicated, we rely on a resolution by 4 of the 7 commissioners. We have stated in our pleadings that we are legitimately representing the commission. Our colleagues have filed the pleadings on the basis of instructions, I believe, by the CEO, who we say the CEO implements instructions from the commission. The commission is a corporate entity. In the absence of consensus, decisions are by majority.
It is not the work of the commissioners of IEBC, whether in majority or in minority, to procure any services. That flies totally in the face of the procurement law in this country. As we sit here now, the 4 who purport to have procured have committed a criminal offense.
Senior Counsel Fred Ngatia, appearing for President-elect William Ruto, argued that the divisions in the IEBC would compromise the fairness of the hearing.
I burnt midnight oil, filed my response within time. Then comes the group of 4 commissioners. On 26th August, they have filed a response to the petition. They are filing this under the pretext they are respondents. They file a response. It is not a response. It is a new petition.
Why can't all of them appear for the IEBC? all the senior counsel can appear for IEBC, so that the court is richer with submissions from all parties, so that we hear the Chebukati faction and the Cherera faction, and I think the court then can make a good decision.
After retreating for about 3 hours, the 7-judge bench declared it won't be drawn into the IEBC fights, terming the question of legal representation an internal matter.
It is not the business of the court to determine who represents the IEBC in whichever formation. There is an internal issue which must be resolved by the IEBC, its commissioners, and other internal organs.
The Supreme Court then struck out the notice of appointment lodged by Issa Mansur and company advocates.
The notice of appointment filed by Issa and company advocates is struck out. The 4 commissioners are at liberty to deploy and utilize the services of Senior Counsel Paul Muite and Issa Mansur advocate if they deem it necessary in these proceedings.
The court's directives set the stage for the full hearings starting Wednesday that will see the 2 factions at the commission facing off over the disputed outcome of the August 9th election. Safin Achieng Oma, Citizen TV.